Monday, June 15th, and you're watching the Hammer Daily here on the Hammer Betting Network, presented by our good friends over at FanDuel. I'm your host for today, Jason Cooper, alongside my producer for the next hour and a bit, Mike Bennett, working his way behind the boards. Today, we got a little bit of a solo cast going on. It's almost like a Spain Cabo Verde watch along, and I hope the game hasn't started yet. I don't have it on my screen in front of me. I don't have it behind me. I don't have it out here, but we are watching it in the background. Mike is going to be on top of it, making sure he's covering everything. Has the game started yet?
First touch right about now.
All right, if we can get in on a Ferran Torres anytime goal at -125. I shared it in the Discord. We're going to do that off the top. Ferran Torres -125. Anytime goal score. And am I ever excited to get into today's show, because there's so much to talk about here today. Chat's already going crazy. TQ, welcome. E-Colt, welcome. E-Colt, we got our Canes home, brother. I don't know about that. I don't know if it's our Canes. You got your Canes home. But so much happened over this weekend. It truly was one of the best sports weekends of the entire year, maybe of the last 4 years, because the stacking on top of the stacking. We had the NBA Finals closeout game, Game 5, incredible game. We had the Stanley Cup playoffs last night, Stanley Cup Finals, Carolina wins in 6. UFC Freedom 250 last night, which might have actually upstaged the Stanley Cup Finals, which is a crazy thing. Like, this series has been incredible, but the UFC Freedom was almost better than that. So many interesting things were going on at the same time. Again, a reason why you need to have multiple screens. We had World Cup games. We had, 2 on the Friday, 4 on the Saturday, 4 on the Sunday. We had an incredible weekend. And then finally, we also had the Canadian Open, but I don't think anybody paid attention to that. I honestly couldn't even tell you who won. Do you know who won that? I don't.
No. Funny enough, I scrolled past the tweet by Jeff, but I didn't. I think TQ actually knows. I saw him tweet who won, but I don't know.
Well, it's the one thing we're not paying attention to this week, though. We will be paying attention to the U.S. Open. Tomorrow, I believe we'll be doing a U.S. Open prop betting extravaganza again with our good friend Jeff Feinberg. Also, a little bit of a programming note. Wednesday, after the Hammer Daily Show, we got a live watch-along of the World Cup. It's all good. There we go. Wednesday, we got a live watch-along. Starts at 3:50 p.m. Eastern Time, just before kickoff. Then also, we have the Friday kickoff, which, by the way, we didn't plan this, but this is great. Australia ended up winning their first game, first match. This is a huge match, them versus U.S. Obviously, huge underdogs coming into that game, but shapes up to be a great match. What a great pick we had there.
Yeah.
Australia, U.S., that's going to be the Friday game.
Yep. I think Rob's in studio for that one, too.
That's going to be good.
Talking this morning.
So it's going to be myself, Rob, you, and then maybe Jacob. Jacob said he might be able to squeeze in on the Friday as well. But
Moreto's in with us on Wednesday.
Excited to get into today's show. It's going to be a great one. And before we get into today's show, just a quick shout out to our friends over at FanDuel. On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game, because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. You know what? Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with that substitute. So you're still in until the final whistle, because in matches like these, anything can happen, and now your bet can go the distance. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com/forwardprogress to get started. Now must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas and affiliates, Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in DC, Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. Call 1-888-789-7777. Visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. Visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts. Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY in New York. Call 1-877-770-7867 in Louisiana. We'll talk about the Super Sub promo a little bit later in the show, because I think there's actually a good opportunity here for the Belgium game. We don't know exactly who's starting yet, and starters won't be announced before the end of the show, so we'll be fine with that. I think there's some interesting angles you can play. Listen, are these going to be great bets? Are they going to be incredibly plus EV? Probably not, but let's have some fun with these things, because I think with the Super Sub, there's some SGP stuff you can do, and if you watch the Circles Off YouTube channel, if you saw Plus EV Analytics on there previously, he said click around. That's the best way to find an edge. And you know what? I've been clicking around. I think there might be something there. All right.
You see what George said? I guess my invite got lost in the mail.
For what?
For the watch-alongs.
George, you're welcome to come anytime. You are welcome to come.
Sorry, G-Stack.
Anytime. It's all good, G-Stack. Anyways, appreciate the chat coming along. Anthony, you're mentioning your Knicks. I think that's where I want to start here. This Knicks team, what they did was incredible. We saw them win in 5, close out the series. Jalen Brunson, incredible down the stretch again. Fourth quarter stud. Won the MVP. It's just crazy how this series went. And I'm happy that we had Noops on throughout the entire series because he really nailed like the first quarter Spurs stuff, the first half Spurs stuff, because the Spurs every single time they would get this lead and then it would just completely dismantle and just fall apart. So it's pretty crazy to see that. And I'm happy in the chat we got a bunch of Knicks fam here. Yeah, Ecolt. Wemby is dead to us. It's just crazy to see the path that both of these teams took. And I guess where I went wrong in this series is one, I listened to Kirk. No, I'm just kidding. A lot of people liked the Spurs in this series, but the path that the Knicks took was discounted so heavily, right? They had the Knicks, they had the sweep against the 76ers, swept the Cavs, but they truly blow out every single one of those teams in those games. Like it was average of 17-point differential for the Atlanta Hawks series. The 76ers sweep, they won about 22.2 points was the average per game. Cleveland, again, 20-ish per game. They just dominated every single game. And it's just so odd to see the Spurs have a much, much harder path and just sort of fall flat on their face. I'm curious where the Spurs go from here in terms of how to improve this team, how to change this team. Because like George is saying in the chat, the Knicks had the first, third, and fifth largest comeback in an NBA Finals. I don't know if that's a good question. Is it a bad beat? Did the Spurs sell? I think it's like a little bit of the Spurs selling.
Yeah.
A lot fell on the head coach. A lot fell on De'Aaron Fox. It's just so tough to watch because this Wemby is a generational player. Ruined our OKC futures just to have that in the finals. So pretty interesting to see. I'm also curious how, and I want the chat to get in on this. How will this Knicks team be remembered? Like 10 years from now, how are we going to remember this Knicks team? Like I said, the path they took was relatively easy, but when they got to the finals, the Spurs were a better team. The Spurs were playing better, but the Knicks just clutched up so heavy down the stretch when it mattered the most. Brunson, like anytime he got near the basket, like the touch is just insane. He's just getting everything in. Remembering OG Anunoby in that game 4, the tipping, the most incredible tipping we've ever seen. Like, also OG, by the way, I'm sure he's getting a lot of credit, but probably deserves a few more flowers for how great he played in that series.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to see the juxtaposition. It's just crazy to see the juxtaposition of the finals run, and then what the Knicks team did in the finals. It's just almost like easy path and then, pure domination in the finals. One thing it was nice to see, though. First of all, I'm shocked we didn't see any more crazy videos of New York after they won. It feels like all the crazy videos we got were when they were winning games, not winning the series. I thought things would get a little bit more crazy there. But not to make this about me. Watching a team end a 53-year drought was pretty special. Yeah. Ariel Helwani, big fan of that guy. Follow him on Twitter. Knicks fan his entire life. Tears. Nick Costas, you guys know him from You Better You Bet. Tears. The videos that I saw coming out, they moved me. I'm happy for them, but I can't help but be selfish and think about myself. And almost at the same time, be a little bit bitter. Because the team I love, it's been 59 years. Before I was born. Almost 1967 was the last time that happened. And when I saw the city of New York just having a blast, having an incredible time, be moved by this win, I just hope one day that our Leafs team can get there. Yeah. Chat's going a little crazy right now. Tom Kahn, why are you surprised? I love Ariel Helwani. I know a lot of people don't like him that much in the industry, but I just like his attitude. I like the way he runs things. I feel like he got a bad draw when he got essentially, blackballed by the UFC. I like Ariel. I think he does good work. But anyways, yeah, just incredible to see. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to all their fans. You guys deserved it. You guys earned it. You guys been through hell. As a Leafs fan, I can relate. Hopefully one day we can join you guys there with the championship parade. And that brings me to my next point of the weekend. Stanley Cup Finals. Because I don't know if you know, the Leafs were heavily tied to this finals, as it seems like they always were. And before we even get into the games, we were absolutely robbed. We were robbed of two things. Number one, this series. I was all over Vegas this series, and I lost. It happens. But I will still make that bet 10 times out of 10. Brandon Bussey came in and saved this series. Like, shutout in game 6 to win the Stanley Cup. He deserves so much credit for Carolina's win. And really, I think what I missed in this series, that game 3 switch up when Vegas won in overtime. That was almost the turning point of the series because it felt like Vegas was invincible for the first 2 periods of that game. Things fell apart. They ended up winning. But after that, that is truly where things turned for the series. And that also coincides with Brandon Bussey getting into the game. We were robbed of a couple things. Number one, I don't know if this was maybe a robbery, but this is maybe by far the worst playoff run of a Conn Smythe winner I've ever seen. I get he scored a bunch of goals in the finals, but he had 12 points in the playoffs. The only other forwards have less points and win the Conn Smythe was Dave Keon. Dave Keon had 8 points and they played 12 games. It was also in 1967. Funny how that works out. So we kind of got robbed of a good Conn Smythe winner. Jordan Staal, good for you though. Happy for you. Happy for the Staal family. It was great to see that celebration. Jordan Staal lifting the cup after getting it handed off from Gary Bettman. I was watching that with UFC 250, Freedom 250 on the side, and I was like, all right, Jordan Staal lifts the cup. Who's it going to go to next? Are we going to get Slavin? Are we going to get Taylor Hall? Two guys who were key parts of this run. Dressed for Game 6, by the way. Key parts in this run. No. We got robbed of another thing. We got robbed of our incredible bet of Jacob Slavin to get the cup first and Taylor Hall to get it second, or Taylor Hall to get it first and Jacob Slavin to get it second. No. It doesn't go to either of those two guys. It doesn't go to either of those two guys. It goes to Frederick Anderson. It goes to Frederick Anderson. And I could not explain to you how much more I was on tilt than I am right now. Like, I am so tilted that was the case. I don't know if you guys think that's the case, but why did Frederick Anderson get the cup? I'm sure he's a great guy. Jacob Slavin's played on that team for, 12 years now? He is like the heart and soul of what it means to be a Carolina Hurricane, in my opinion. He blocks shots, great defensively, does all the dirty stuff that other guys don't want to do. Other guys in the league, not on the Carolina Hurricanes. Other guys in the league don't want to do. Defensive. It is a thankless job to be that type of player. It truly is a thankless job to be that kind of player. He's been with the team the longest. I think Martinook maybe was a little bit longer, but he is truly the heart and soul of that team. Played great in the finals, great throughout the playoffs, assistant captain. But no, it goes to Frederick Anderson. Taylor Hall, a guy who's lives, breathes hockey 24/7. You could just tell by the way he carries himself. He loves this game. He was former MVP, just completely passed around by teams, almost cast out as a misfit, was now the centerpiece, the centerpiece of this team to help them win. His line scored almost 50% of the goals for Carolina. He was incredible for them in the playoffs. And it's not like he played with, listen, Logan Stankoven and Jackson Blake are both going to be great players in the NHL. Having a guy like Taylor Hall to anchor that line, a guy who's been in the league for 10 plus years and sort of help these kids out and allow them to be the best players they could possibly be, I think maybe is a little under the radar here. And so these two guys who are pivotal in you winning the cup, making the Stanley Cup. Don't forget about the regular season, by the way. These guys will play in the regular season. No. Instead, the Stanley Cup gets handed off to Frederik Andersen, who has shown at every single point in his career, when times get tough, he folds. He bends. He taps out, throws the towel in. He did the same thing to this team. And he must be a great locker room guy, and this is not questioning his character at all. When push comes to shove, I don't want that guy in net for me because I know he won't win me those games. And he didn't. But Brandon Bussey comes in, and here we are. Mike, you had a thought about the Stanley Cup.
I was going to type it in the chat, but respectfully, like, I think that when, his agent, Claude Lemieux, had passed, I think there was a little bit of a bump there. Put Frederik Andersen kind of on the top with everything he's been through, the entire storyline of how it played out. They only had 3 losses ultimately. Like, that was a playoff record, I believe, going 16-3. And then Claude Lemieux passing away, representing Andersen. I just think that, the team agreed probably, like, behind closed doors, like, yeah, Freddie, if we win this, you can grab it first. I honestly think that was the position. Mind you, Slavin and Hall was the second to receive the cup. So you were right there with that thought process. But again, I don't want to put it on the passing of Claude Lemieux. I just think that is what pushed Frederik to hoist the cup first. You know what? That's a fair point. How didn't we bet Freddie equal? You're right. It's true. It's something I should have been considering before, but maybe, I don't know. I just have so much, I don't want to say disdain for Frederik Andersen. It just has it has a sour place in my heart because of, again, former Leaf. Didn't really do much for us. Yeah. And now he's off winning cups and seeing exactly what he did to us in the playoffs many times. It is what it is. Let's see what this... This was Tylee Betts on Twitter last night, but when I was scrolling. Did you see that? Yeah, somebody tagged me in that. That was was annoying. Kept adding and adding, 21-1, 15-1, 12-1, 10-1. Was this live during the game or was this after game... June 13th. June 13th. So this must have been after or before Game 5, it seems like. Yeah. So when he was ruled out and Bussey took over. Yeah. Yeah, I just... I'm kind of kicking myself. No, honestly. I don't know, though. We cannot be in the chat saying it was always Freddie. He was out there at some crazy numbers. We didn't even know if he was going to be dressed on the ice for this. It's pretty crazy. I don't know how you can say that. But. So I'm not going to lie. When I saw him dressed and come on the ice, I was like, what, Conn Smythe? No way. Are they going to pivot here? But it was obviously Stahl. The odds were stupid by the 10-minute mark. Anyways, it wasn't definitely always Freddie, man. I think you and Rob had a great angle with Slavin and Hall. Those were the two. But Freddie just, again, I think, when that news came up, that was it right there. Yeah, I guess I didn't factor that part into the handicap. I thought, happy for this team. They deserved it. And you know what? Actually, you know what pissed me off last night? Sorry to cut you off, Jay. David Amber and Elliot Friedman, they talked to Frederik Andersen, and you could tell they were just hinting and trying and picking to get him to answer the question with Claude passing, what does it mean to you? It just pissed me off, oh, man. Honestly, I watched the Stanley Cup on mute. I'm not going to lie. I'm happy it's over. This is one of those sporting days where you have to have 3 TVs, multiple TVs. Yeah. To enjoy the amount that we had here. But congratulations to Carolina. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. That's the end. Now we're in the NBA and NHL offseason, and I cannot wait because it's the time to look forward. Yes. The Joseph Meyer saying the bitterness I have for ex-Leafs being successful elsewhere is palpable. Yeah, that's fair. I'm allowed to be bitter. Am I not allowed to be bitter? It's just, yeah. I'm also very happy for this Canes team. It's just so many emotions. I feel they are they have one of the cheapest owners, and they were able to build one of the best management staffs in the league. And having one of the richest teams and not being able to do that is the most frustrating thing on earth. But anyways, we move. It's been a lot of fun. Leafs are now on the clock. There we go. TX Supreme in the chat. What is there to even say about Marner? I don't get it. It's funny because people no. When the team wins, you don't give him credit, but when the team loses, it's his fault. I don't understand that. That to me makes zero sense. He led the playoffs in points. The whole point of my entire rant about Marner, it's simple.
Since the day he got here, people said he was too small and could never perform in the playoffs. You're wrong. You are flat out wrong. If you want to take small samples and change the goalpost and move things, that's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can do that, but you're still wrong. He quite literally performed in the playoffs. I don't know what else you're supposed to do. Anyways, people will see whatever they want to see, and that's fine. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. And again, consistently the best player, one of the best players on his team. If you like advanced stats, expected goals for, go look at the relative numbers. Go look at how he performs relative to the rest of his team in the playoffs. Usually a guy who performs better than the rest of his team should be given credit for it, but instead, he does not. And it's not like he gets, again, cushy minutes. It's not like he starts every single face-off in the offensive zone. No, it's actually quite the opposite. It does the opposite of that. So, you can go look. You can go look. So, there's been, I think it was only 1 or 2 playoffs where his expected goals for relative numbers were not plus compared to the rest of his team, not better than the rest of the team. And that was, I think, in his first and third year. So, you know, if you want to call him an on-playoff performer, then sure, go ahead. Fine. Every other series he was, including for Vegas in this entire playoffs. So,
don't you find it funny that Marner vetoed the trade to go to Carolina?
I don't find it funny at all.
To Vegas in the offseason?
I don't find it funny at all.
End up on the
I don't find it funny at all. I don't know what's funny about it.
I don't know. Is that where you come in, Jay, and say right church, wrong pew? Is that the remember you say that saying all the time?
I don't know if that hits. I don't think it works for this this one. Anyways, watch that one on mute. It was fun to watch it though. It's a great game. It's gonna be sad that we're not gonna have hockey for what is it, another 5 months, but 4 months maybe. We'll be back. We'll be back. And if anyone's going to the NHL draft, let me know. I might be there. Maybe we'll hang out together. All right. Before we get into the next couple points I want to get into, talk a little bit about UFC Freedom. Am I rocket security? No, I just have a brain. Sorry. I just see what I see and I say what I think. That's it. It's as simple as that. All right. Before we get into the next little bit, I already told you about the US Open Golf Betting Extravaganza, which will be hosted here tomorrow by Jeff Feinberg. Tune in, 1 p.m. Is that after the Hammer Daily? We're doing it after the Hammer Daily. We're running a show tomorrow. Yeah, shortened show tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time after the Hammer Daily. Also, one more thing. One of, if not the most popular content that we produce here at the Hammer is our live watch-alongs. We bet, we sweat, we watch the game, we have a ton of fun together. Things go off the rails sometimes, but we always focus it back on the betting. And like I mentioned, first up, Wednesday, we have England and Croatia starting at 3:50 p.m. Eastern Time on the Hammer HQ YouTube channel. We're going to be giving out some bets to keep you entertained for the game. Then on Friday, we're back again, like I said, for another big matchup. U.S. takes on Australia. Even bigger matchup than what we anticipated. U.S. taking on Australia. 2:50 p.m. Eastern Time, live on the Hammer HQ YouTube channel. Myself, I will be hosting both watch-alongs. I'll have different guests like we talked about. It was a good time. It'll be a great time. Also, I don't know if you guys know this. I've been building a awful goals model because it's the World Cup. It only happens once every 4 years. So I'm going to punt money on some goal scorer props like we did with Ferran Torres. And I'll be giving them out live on the show. We can have some fun together. We'll sweat it together. Listen, I'm not saying these are going to win. These will probably lose long term. If I had to put money on if they will win long term or lose long term, I would put money on it losing. But you know what? We're betting some big odds. Let's hope for some variance on our side. Let's coin flip our way to some goal scoring props. Should be a lot of fun. I have a couple more for the rest of the day. I have one for the Egypt and Belgium match. I actually don't know how many I have for Saudi Arabia and Uruguay because I ran it before we got on air. But we'll be sharing those goal scorer props in just a second. UFC watch along. George, I'm so down for a UFC watch along. That could be a lot of fun. Speaking of the UFC, I have no idea what to think about last night. That was one of the most insane UFC cards I've ever watched. One of the most fun UFC cards I've ever watched. And a little bit of a story here, behind the scenes story. There's a Circle back group chat where we discuss the topics for the upcoming week on Circles Off, and people were just asking, like, yo, UFC Freedom, like, what's going on here? It's outside. Maybe can we find an angle? Is there anything going on? Humidity, potential rain, potential delays. Rob chimes in. He says, hey, I know somebody who bets on UFC, and I think they have a good idea here. So Rob says he was told that he believes this man who bets on the UFC, remains unnamed, that there might be like a good little edge on every single fight to go the distance. Well, I saw that. I said, Rob, you know what? Let's do this together. Rob bet it. I bet it. All 7 fights ended in a knockout. We did not have a single fight come anywhere close to the distance. So on top of me being in piss from the Carolina Hurricanes winning, from on top of me being in piss with Jacob Slavin not getting the cup first, oh man, was it a rough day yesterday. It was a rough day. But was it ever a sick card? Sick card. Underdogs, it feels like it's the year of the underdog in the UFC. Gaethje smoking Ilia Topuria, which I had no idea. I don't know if you guys saw that coming. I did not see that coming at all. Some people who are pretty smarter than me, was talking to them. They said they really liked Topuria first round knockout. They thought Gaethje couldn't hang. But he did hang. Another lightweight champion for him. Gone as well. How did Gone? Oh, did Gone close it under? I didn't know that. I thought they were a coin flip. I thought it was a pick 'em, but it seemed like Alex Pereira got steamed heavily and lost. A little bit about that fight. I don't understand how Cyril Gane gets away with so many elbows to the back of the head. If you watch his fights, he loves doing that. If a guy ever shoots a takedown on him, if a guy's ever on the ground, he loves elbowing the back of the head. But I cannot complain. He wins. You got to cheat to win, and that is what it is. That is what it is. E. Cole in the chat saying, bro is the dog of the day series and is in piss in the year of the underdog. I meant the year of the underdog in the UFC. Okay, my bad. I apologize. Hand up, I apologize. Chad is also asking about the Butler series. Well, fun fact, I have a friend, and I'm actually setting them up with Isaac. So maybe I'll be his butler for the date. Maybe that's what we're going to have to do.
Did you ever find out about how his date went with that girl from Philly?
No. I'll ask him though. I'll ask him to update it. Maybe we'll do it here on the show. The rest of the card was pretty entertaining. I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the chat. If you guys liked anything there. The Derek Lewis, Josh Hokett stuff, that was utterly insane. I don't even want to get into the Josh Hokett stuff. I hope Pereira fights Hokett. I hope Pereira knocks him out. Guy's just a weird guy. Knows how to entertain, knows how to get his name out there, which is what you need to do. You have to do as a UFC fighter. But I don't know about that one. Chandler got absolutely knocked the fuck out. He needs to retire ASAP. Bo Nickel, great knockout over Chris Daukaus. And just a good fight. Good fight all around. Barry in the lead with Hokett. Ferrari is back, baby. Okay, all right. Well, chat is going crazy. All right. Excited to get into talk to the next UFC card. I don't know if you guys checked it out, but on the Circles Off YouTube channel, we had Andrew Gombis, who's been on the show before. Great interview. You should go check it out. Can't wait to talk to him in the future about the McGregor Holloway fight, which, by the way, kind of skipped over this. With the Ilya loss to Justin Gaethje, does that just ever cement McGregor as the GOAT fighter? He is. It is what it is. It is what it is. He is the greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. Anyways. Let's get into the last little segment here where I want to break down the World Cup. Because so many things have happened. And I don't even know where to start here. Because we have so much to catch up on, but it feels like it was so long ago. The Friday 1-1 tie, Canada-Bosnia. What an incredible fun match. For those of us living in Canada, that was like one of those where were you moments when Kyle Larin scored the goal. remember where I was, who I was with, what we were doing together. Cracking a few beers in the sun, watching some TV. Cannot do it any better than that. A where were you moment, truly. And then the USA Paraguay match. It's got to feel the same for the Americans out there because wow, did I ever not see that coming? I don't know if you guys remember on this show, but I came out very strongly anti-US on this show. I was wrong. Pochettino has figured out what to do with this US team. He's done a really good job with that. Really good job with putting players in the right spot to succeed. So credit to Pochettino, credit to this US team after winning 4-1 versus Paraguay. I saw a bar out there said had USA over 3.5 goals, I think, or 3+ goals. And if that hit, bar gets the drink for free. What a great promotion. What a great promotion. Also, Christian Pulisic, who, had an sort of awful year, it feels like, looked great in that match. So kudos to him. Kudos to the U.S. team. Kudos to Pochettino for pulling things together there. We got a World Cup on our hands.
Yeah.
We got a World Cup on our hands.
Group B seems to be, as of right now, like the group of like death. It's everyone's one.
I don't know if it's the group of death, but it's very fun. Everything's tied.
It's
I think people called it the group of life or
something like that. Yeah.
It's because Qatar is live. Qatar Switzerland tied 1-1.
Yeah.
That was crazy. The Switzerland team got a bunch of bad bounces, but it felt like they sort of sat back a little bit too much in that match. I still think this group goes through, as we talked about earlier, with Goon on the Group B previews. It's still going to be probably Switzerland, Canada, Bosnia, Qatar. Canada, I just don't think Qatar will win another match, will win a match. We'll see if they tie. If they tie Canada, we're screwed. But I don't think so. I think with how tight things are, teams are going to be pressing. Canada and Bosnia will both be pressing against Qatar. The Brazil-Morocco game was an incredible one. Absolutely incredible.
That was a 1-1 draw, right?
1-1 draw. Yeah. Still low on Brazil. I think Goon. I don't know did Goon take Morocco to win the group? I think he mentioned that to win the group. Maybe it was Debundo, but we got a lot of Morocco to win the group there. So I was happy to see with that. Scotland and Haiti with a 1-0 game. Australia shocks Turkey.
Yeah.
2-0. A lot of fun this weekend for
Ivory Coast in the 90th minute yesterday.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. A lot of fun. I think the biggest talking point, though, was I missed this game last night. Sweden-Tunisia. 5-1 for Tunisia. I don't think... Has a coach ever been fired mid-World Cup? That's got to be a first.
Yeah.
That's got to be a first. The France national team in 2010, I just, again, love referencing this. The team literally refused to train for their coach because they hated him so much he didn't even get fired. The guy sent Nicholas Anelka home. And the team was pissed about it. No, it's not right. He didn't get fired. But this Tunisian head coach, I mean, listen, you lose 5-1, you probably should get fired if it's, unless you're like a Curacao. I don't want to disrespect Curacao, but I don't think Tunisia was expected to lose by that much. But yeah, 5-1 is just absolutely awful. It seems like we have to take, I was looking at the group stages right now. If you're Fosen and you have Stones, you just take that minus 700 for them to finish fourth in the group. I don't know how this team can move forward after losing their head coach. And who comes in to replace him? I have no idea how that's going to work out. World Cup's been fun so far.
It's been great.
It's crazy to see. That almost like the day before on the Wednesday, you didn't really feel it. Then it starts, and oh my gosh, is it ever insane? The videos we're seeing of the supporters marching down the streets, walking to the stadium. Just inject that stuff in my veins. It's gonna be a fun. What is it? 36 more days of the World Cup. 34 more days. Next 34 days are gonna be a ton of fun. Group stages are gonna be a lot of fun. All right. We got Circle back live on the Circles Off YouTube channel at around 1 p.m. Eastern time. We're probably going to cut the show a little bit short here. The last two things I want to get to is some bets I have for today. Spain, Cabo Verde. Can I get an update on that? Is it 0-0?
It's 0-0. Yeah.
I am currently sweating because let's bring up the picks.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious me. I don't know if you've been following us on Twitter, but we have a daily pick challenge. It's day 3. We're not doing the weekend. We're lumping the weekend games with the Friday pick. So Friday, Saturday, Sundays all lumped into one. I have Spain minus 1.5. Oh, Rob has Spain over 1.5 first half team total.
And Rob's dead last.
Rob needs some goals right now. We'll quickly read it out there for those who are listening. Rob has Spain over 1.5 first half team total. Game's happening right now at plus 104. That seems like it's probably dead. Moretto has Egypt under a half goal, plus 126. George has Saudi Arabia, double chance, tie, win, plus 185. Goon has Iran, minus the half at minus 125. I have Spain, minus 1.5, minus 460. Jacob has Spain, Cabo Verde, over 3.5 goals, minus 128. That one's also not looking very good. Cleve TA also not looking very good. Spain, Cabo Verde, over 4.5 goals, plus 184. And then finally, we close it out with Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, draw for Joey Kanish at plus 330. I am currently in second place.
Yep. And
the Fosen strategy seems to be working out. Moretto just ekes it out ahead of me here.
We should have done the recap first, but you know what? It's all right because we had a live game right now.
That's fine.
But yeah, Robson last.
Yeah. Tell me, someone in the chat update me on how this game's going. Pretty curious to see.
Spain has all the momentum, according to the momentum match.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, how would they not?
I don't know. I'm not watching the game. All right. Spain, Cabo Verde. We have Ferran Torres. Let's hope he gets a goal. Belgium, Egypt. I got one bet for us here. Let me just quickly pull this up to see if it's still good. Again. Oh. What was that? Okay, Cabo Verde goalie, big save. I just heard Rob just... Okay. I just heard with a loud...
Oh, yeah, that was a big
ooh,
save.
A loud ooh, and I was like, ugh.
Wow.
Either Rob has some stomach problems today or something happened in the game. It is the latter. Something did happen in the game. All right. Belgium, Egypt. We're going to take Trezeguet. Anytime goal scorer here. Plus 500. That's what it spit out. That's what it said was good. So we're taking that. Mind you, I don't have starting lineups right now. So he might not be starting, but based on what I've read, he's probably starting. And then let's scroll through the anytime goal scorers to see what we have for Uruguay and Saudi Arabia. I'm just going to pull that up on my phone because I ran it on my computer, but I don't have the FanDuel odds live with me right now. So I'm going to pull that up and we'll run through that. So that's Trezeguet. God, I need someone to correct my pronunciation. Trezeguet.
Got to get on the Duolingo.
Anytime goal scorer for Egypt is what we're taking. Nothing, unfortunately, for the Belgium squad. Shout out to Raw Dog. Okay. Can't say that name. Shout out to RD. Jordan Stahl, MVP, 200-1. The ticket gets home. Good job.
Incredible.
That's you love to see that for him. You love to see that.
Wasn't he like 100-1 after game 4 or something or so?
I have no idea what he was. No idea. All right. Anytime goal scorers. Let's pull these up right now. Quickly scanning through these. It seems like we like Darwin Núñez plus 135. Anytime goal scorer. So we're going to take that. We're going to take that. We also like Maxi Araujo. Maxi Araujo. At plus 430 as well. So those are two of the clicks that I'm going to be making, and I'm making live right here on the show as I have my phone up here. For Uruguay, for their anytime goal scorers. Saudi Arabia, I doubt we'll get anything for Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Yeah, we got nothing here for Saudi Arabia. We have like the center backs, but I don't trust those. I don't trust that because it's like, what is it? He's 30. He's, what is it? 30-1 to score. This says 28-1. Probably not good. So we're going with the 2 picks there. We're going with Darwin Núñez. Did Cabo Verde just score?
No, Spain off the crossbar.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We cannot buy a goal here. We cannot buy a goal here. Anyways.
It was Ferran Torres.
Ferran Torres off the bar. I'm not gonna lie. I been loving these goal scorer props. They're just so fun. They're fun. Maxi Araujo and Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez plus 135. Maxi Araujo plus 430. Yeah.
Do you see George in the chat? Yesterday I learned Curacao is a territory of the Netherlands. Did anyone else know that?
Yes, if you watched our previews, you would know that the Curacao team is essentially the Dutch second team, which Goon mentioned multiple times. It's funny, George did watch that, but yeah. That's majority of their players are, I believe, Dutch-born players.
Isn't that the same with Morocco?
Yes.
Like Morocco's goalie was born in Montreal?
Yes.
That's so crazy.
I honestly don't mind that at all.
I don't either.
Spreads the wealth, because if not, half of those Moroccan players would just play for Spain or for France or Spain. They're already good. Tomorrow we got the U.S. Open before we head out here. Shancock should be a lot of fun. Jeff is going to come on and break it all down for us with all the guests. I'm going to share two guys who I like to win, and you don't have to tell me on this. I don't know anything about golf, and I would bet these responsibly if you are going to bet them. Let me just double check the odds again. Haven't moved. First one, I want to take Scotty Scheffler at 6-1. I want to take Scotty Scheffler at 6-1 to get the career Grand Slam. The putter has let him down so much this year. Let's hope he can hone it in and figure things out and get the career Grand Slam. The other guy I like, based on what I know of this course, is accuracy and irons are where it's at. I'm going to go with a guy who we've talked about a lot here on this show. Ludwig Aberg, 22-1. He's finally going to close it out on Sunday. He's going to do it for us. So Ludwig Aberg, Scotty Scheffler, 6-1, 22-1. We're going to add that to the card as well. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. That's it. That wraps up today's show. Craziness is going on in the chat here. Núñez parlaying to Jags win Super Bowl and Bengals to win the division. The chat loves Bengals to win the division and Jags to win the Super Bowl. We got to get E-Colt on one day to talk some Super Bowl, or not Super Bowl futures, NFL futures. I think that'd be hilarious if we get E-Colt. Get on here. We want some football bets. And then we're not talking about not talking about soccer. We're talking about NFL football bets. Anyways, quick recap. Aberg 22-1, Scheffler 6-1. Oh gosh, it's really short. Trezeguet plus 500, Darwin Núñez plus 135 to score a goal, and then Maxi Araujo plus 430 to score a goal. We're adding those all to the card, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day betting on sports. I'm gonna have I'll run this for Iran and New Zealand. I don't know if this little guy I have on my computer is going to spit out anything. Again, don't even know if they're good, but I'll let you guys know in the Discord. So make sure you join the Discord, discord.gg/hammer. All right. Tomorrow we got a Hammer Daily again. We're going to talk through probably the World Cup games. Maybe we'll drop in some NFL futures with E-Colt. I'll talk to him about it behind the scenes. And then at 1 p.m. Eastern, we have the U.S. Open extravaganza. On the Wednesday, another Hammer Daily and a live watch along. Thursday, schedule as usual. Friday, Hammer Daily watch along. Should be a lot of fun. Cannot wait for this week ahead. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Do us a huge favor. You know the drill. Smash the like button before you head out. If you're new to the channel as well, hit the subscribe button. If you want more solo episodes, drop one in the chat. After that, comment. And that's it. Oh, yes. Rate and review 5 stars on Apple and Spotify. I still have not checked if you can leave a review on Spotify. Apparently, you can't leave a review on Spotify. Maybe you can leave a review on Apple. You can also comment on Spotify, too. You can do that. I'll read out all the comments. Just keep them PG, please. Promise you guys that. So, anyways, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check out Circle Back, live on the Circles Off YouTube channel. Jeff Feinberg, Jacob Carania, Rob Pizzola, and myself will be there 1 p.m. Eastern Time in a couple minutes. Go check it out. E-Colt, you're a little bit behind. All right. Appreciate you guys tuning in. It's going to be a fun summer with the World Cup. Now that hockey and NBA is done, the one door closes, two door closes. We have many more doors to open. Maybe I'll finally start talking baseball. This is the time of year everyone becomes a baseball expert. So, anyways, appreciate you guys tuning in. This has been the Monday, June 15th edition of the Hammer Daily here on the Hammer Betting Network, presented by our good friends over at FanDuel. We'll see you guys right here tomorrow.